So I ain't gonna lie, the 2019 NBA draft was some gas. Hell, even the year of 2019 in general was some gas for me because it just felt like it was the year of Mojo. Everything went right. So many videos were put out, so many videos blew up, so many bold takes were put out there, and even some scorching hot takes that I was very wrong about too. It was definitely more good and bad though for me. I don't know about you guys. Today, of course, as usual, we'll be digging deep into our bags and checking out how these second year players panned out during their second year in the NBA. Just how different people look at them from back then to now, and how their careers may pan out. So yeah, and also the word on the street is that you watching right now don't follow me on Instagram for some odd reason, and you're missing out on when I tell you guys these videos are gonna drop, since YouTube heavily struggles on sending you guys notifications and actually putting my videos in the sub box, which is atrocious. So if you want to know when I post videos, follow me on Instagram and also follow me on Twitter, and you might as well follow me on my TikTok page. The real question is, why are you still staring at me? Allow me to put down my black screen so I can do my thing. Like, bro, do you know what you look like right now? It's not a good sight. Pause this video, follow me on all my socials so I can get really vocal. Big bang. The 2019 NBA draft is one of the better ones we've gotten in quite a while. So far, there haven't been a lot of duds or major L's. In fact, there's been a whole lot of sneaky W's. Of course, the biggest W of them all being Zion Williamson. Not a damn thing has changed about Zion coming into the league compared to now. Man's went from averaging 22.5, really 23 points to 27 points per game in the Western Conference, being more efficient from the field. Of course, he's not shooting threes like that, but bro, who cares when you just can't stop him? You know what he's gonna do? You just can't stop him from doing what he's doing. He's that dominant, by far the most dominant player in the paint that we've seen in a long time, outside of like guys like LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo. But of course, that is rare air, and that's the type of air that Zion is breathing in right now. He is by far the best player out of this draft class, and nothing will ever change. But even the best player from this draft class is not enough to go ahead and pull the New Orleans Pelicans out the slimy slums that they're in. Bro, they're a horribly ran organization. What do you expect them to do? For Zion though, personally, he's been doing his thing and better than ever, and literally the only criticism that people can have about him is sometimes his defense, because it's like shaky sometimes, and also the amount of three-pointers that he attempts. He literally attempted like 8 3-pointers as in the making of this video in the month of April. Bro, guys like Steph Curry, Buddy Hield attempt that in one game. That's just obnoxious, bro. That has not stopped Zion Williamson from doing his thing. Could you imagine how many points per game he could average if he hit just 1, 2, max 3-pointers per game? He's a walking 30-point per game scorer. The second overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft was, as we all know, Ja Morant. And my number one thing about Ja Morant, outside of like all of his basketball skills, just his aura on the court. 2019 was the first time I ever used the word aura, and it's because of this man, because his energy is just so infectious and his game is just really influential. When I watch him play, he makes me want to become a Grizzlies fan and believe in that organization and the movement that they're headed into. And so far, Mans has done nothing but continue to prove me right about the talent that he is. The Grizzlies have literally no business, if you ask me, being a playoff team right now. They shouldn't even be fighting for a play-in spot, if we're all being completely honest. The New Orleans Pelicans, we can all agree with this, are much more of a talented team than the Grizzlies, but the Grizzlies just have an all-around good, great ran organization that is kind of old school if you ask me, and they stick to the base. In the NBA, there may be no better young point guard to go ahead and run your franchise than Ja Morant. Now, of course, Ja Morant, in my eyes at least, has become just a tad bit overrated, but needless to say, he's been doing great things, and he's been the face of this organization, averaging nearly 20 points per game, 7 assists on 46% shooting from the field now. Now, his efficiency did take a slight hit, but we all have to recognize this. He's been doing all of this work without the second best player on his team, Jaren Jackson Jr., the entire year. Man just came back like this week. Ja Morant is just doing his thing, and there's not a damn thing nobody can say about it. The third overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft. Oh man, if anybody owes this man an apology, it's me, and I'm gonna be a man about it. RJ Barrett, bro, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what was going on in my mind. RJ Barrett was not that appealing of a prospect to me back in the summer of 2019, because as every month went on, this man's name dropped from number 1 overall pick to the 2nd overall pick all the way to the 3rd overall pick, which isn't bad, but he was just getting passed up by prospect after prospect after prospect. Okay, I said that 3 times. Really, 2 prospects are beating Ja and Zion Williamson, but that is for good reason. They're just flat out more talented than him, and RJ Barrett has proven to be, it's not even close if you ask me, the 3rd best player out of this entire draft class. And RJ Barrett was getting so much hate, and at one point I felt like the entire NBA world, except for like Knicks fans, were against him. He was throwing up the meanest bricks I've seen in a very long time, bro. It sounded like he was pounding iron against a railroad track whenever he'd miss a shot. It was so bad. I remember someone back in the year of 2019 or 2020 or something like that said that RJ Barrett dribbles like he is mad at the ground. Like, people were just making fun of him, and it was just easy to make fun of a player who lacks familiarity into the NBA. And I kind of feel really bad, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel bad about laughing at those jokes because they were hilarious. RJ Barrett right now though is very underappreciated, and he's leading the Knicks. Well, he's not leading the Knicks. He's the 2nd best player on a legitimate Knicks team that is going to secure a playoff spot. He deserves so much more respect. The player, on the other hand, the 4th overall pick, who lost almost all of my respect, is Culver. Now, bro, I don't even want to say it anymore, because if you know, then you know. That's all I'm gonna say. Culver, you're trash. I ain't gonna lie, I just got a bit ahead of myself, but the 4th overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft was Atlanta's own Deandre Hunter. And Deandre Hunter was a player that I did not see making this big of a leap so fast into his NBA career. I thought he may be able to put up like 17 points per game in his like 4th, maybe 3rd year, but he's doing that in his 2nd year already. Man was averaging 17 points per game at one point in the season until he got injured. He would come back and all those stuff, but needless to say, he's improved and he's been a much more comfortable shot creator. He's been, of course, a much better defender than he was in his rookie season, and he's just been reliable, steady, and really efficient. He's been the player that every scout thought he could be so far. The only thing that man needs to do is just remain healthy, because, bro, it feels like I watched like him 5 times on the basketball court, and all those 5 times I watched him, he was phenomenal, stellar. He just needs to get healthy. He's only like 20 games in to this season, so get better, Deandre Hunter. The 5th overall pick in this 2019 NBA draft was Darius Garland. Darius just might be the most improved 2nd year player out of this class. Bro's averaging like 17, 18 points per game and 6 assists on 45% shooting from the field and 41% from the 3-point line. He's been so much more efficient in the paint and just overall as a basketball player, and I'm not gonna lie, he's one of the very few reasons that I tune into Cleveland Cavaliers game. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna make a video about the Cleveland Cavaliers like kind of soon, surprisingly. I at least hope like 3 of you guys watch that video, because, bro, they're the Cavs, and who watch videos about the Cavs. But anyways, I'm gonna do it. And right now, as we speak, Darius Garland, in my humble opinion, is the best player on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he is certainly the right step in whatever the direction the Cavs are intended to head to. Kobe White, the 7th pick in the 2019 NBA draft. Needless to say, bro, I was like 100% right about Kobe White. He did have, like, of course, his potential, but I don't know why, but I just didn't see it in Kobe White. Kobe White just really reeks of 6th man vibes. He gives me bench player vibes, because just a lot of the things that he does on the basketball court, he just doesn't have the basics for it, and his feel for the game isn't as high as you'd want it to be as a 6'5", 6'4" guard with pretty good speed, okay, like great athleticism, and a good shot. Now, yes, Kobe White has improved his numbers compared to his rookie year, but almost all of Chicago is over this man in the hype train. Just last year, they were gawking this man, giving him the like double 3,000, like, bro, I'm not even gonna do it, but bro, they were just know that they were on this man's meat. And I will get attacked in my comment section for saying that this man just doesn't look that good. I can't really say too much about the 8th pick in Jackson Hayes, because he hasn't been really playing that much at all. So I'm gonna skip that and go to the 9th pick, Rui Hachimura. Bro has been putting up literally the exact same identical numbers from his rookie year. He's averaging 13, 14 points and 5 to 6 rebounds, bro. I just really want to see what he looks like when he's allowed to flourish on his own, and Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal isn't there. I can't say too much about Rui Hachimura. Someone who I can't also say too much about is Cameron Reddish, because just like DeAndre Hunter, bro, Atlanta's been getting a train rain on them from both ends all over the place, bro. They've been getting absolutely destroyed by the injury bug. And Cam Reddish is also another player who's been out for majority of the season. He's only played 6 more games than that man DeAndre Hunter. And guess what? DeAndre Hunter only played 20 games. So he's been a part of 26 Atlanta Hawks games, and out of those 26 games, he's only really looked good in like what, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them max. Outside of that, Cam Reddish's stats have not been the most promising. I wanted to give him more time, but sadly he wasn't even allowing himself to get more time because he had serious injury issues that you just cannot play about whatsoever. He had an Achilles issue. In the time that I did see Cam Reddish play, I ain't gonna lie, it was pretty frustrating, and I don't know what this means for him in his future on the Atlanta Hawks, but I don't miss him at all. Since he's been out, I've been watching the Atlanta Hawks a lot less stressed, if that makes sense. Cam Reddish would sometimes irritate me a lot, not because of how bad he is, but because of how much better I know that he can be. Those last 20 games that he played during his rookie season gave me so much hope that he would take that and then run with it throughout his entire sophomore season, but he really took that and ran with it for the first like 3-4 games, and then after that he fell off a complete map. I don't know what's going on with Cam Reddish. I hope he gets it together though. Cameron Johnson, PJ Washington, super solid. I literally can't complain about any of them, except for PJ Washington, bro. He's kind of going outside, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to speak too much about it. If you know, then you know. The 13th overall pick in the 2019 NBA draft was Tyler Herro, and Tyler Herro's rookie season was sensational, and his rookie season had a lot of people saying a lot of wild stuff. Who is people? Me. My name is people, and I said this right here, bro. I said something like the New York Knicks would have taken Tyler Herro with the 3rd overall pick if they knew how bad RJ Barrett was gonna be, and that was just me jumping to conclusions and just learning as an NBA fan, going through the motions. And yeah, I'm again sorry RJ Barrett, Tyler Herro, screw you. I'm just kidding. But Tyler Herro just simply hasn't been that good, and a lot of Heat fans are a whole season and a half away from burning this man's jersey because they could have had James Harden, but Pat Riley insisted on not trading specifically Tyler Herro because they thought he had superstar or whatever star potential. And it looks like his growth as a player really stagnated, and he doesn't really have that, or much at least, of that go-getter mentality, that dog mentality that he once had. He's been on chill mode for some weird reason. Now, if you look at his numbers, like, yes, his numbers did improve. He has more points, more assists, more rebounds and stuff like that, but their efficiency can either go up or down, and Tyler Herro's efficiency went down all across the board. He's a worse free throw shooter, 3-point shooter, and also from the field he's not as efficient as he once was. The highlight of his career was that one 37-38 point game that he had against, I think, the Boston Celtics. Outside of that though, I haven't seen too many great things out of Tyler Herro. The last 3 picks in the first round of the 2019 NBA draft, Keldon Johnson, Jordan Poole, and APJ, Kevin Porter Jr. They've all been hooping, and they're all actual important pieces to their respective teams. Someone that I really wish was an important piece, or at least was treated as if he was an important piece, was Bobo. Like, bro, Coach Malone, why aren't you playing Bobo? I want to see Bobo play more. The fans want to see him. He's a fan favorite, and also I'm just tired of seeing him get his 2-minute highlight, 2 minutes of garbage time, and making 1 or 2 highlight worthy plays and calling it a night. Bobo is just too talented, and the Nuggets ideally have nothing to lose if you give him minutes and the opportunity. That's the 2019 NBA draft, and that is where all these sophomores stand right now in the NBA. Now I know I didn't get a chance to talk about all of these sophomores, but bro, I'm human and I'm tired, and it is 4 a.m. in the morning, 4:30 specifically, and if you want me to talk about more, then bro, go ahead and run me my likes. This is the end of the video though, man. I really do appreciate you for coming over here on my channel. Oh, excuse me, it's 4:33 or 4:34 a.m. in the morning right now. But yeah, bro, I'm putting in work. Go ahead and follow my Instagram page, my TikTok, subscribe to this channel, and leave a like and share this video with at least one of your friends. Just like randomly link him this video, bro, and screenshot it to me, and I don't know, I'll give you a follow back on Instagram or something like that. Go ahead and do that, and until then, I'll get right, which make your day great.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place stay, I got the work, made the surf, free the way, Told my girl who'd ever